Hey, my beautiful followers, how is everyone doing this morning? It is a cold and chilly kind of day in Texas, but I got my warm, cozy sweater on and a nice hot cup of coffee to chat with you this morning. I don't like this coffee cup because it's only one-sided and I hold it in the wrong hand. And anyway. It's not my favorite coffee cup, but everything else is in the dishwasher. I love me some good coffee. I really do. I love a good cup of coffee, but that's not the topic. I should do an entire live stream about Addison's love of coffee, and that's what the live stream. It could be on desire. It can be on simple pleasures. I do love a good cup of coffee in the morning. I don't drink coffee all the time, but I do like it, like a good cup or two in the morning just to give me that warm feeling, or even just tea. But anyway, that's not our topic. It was interesting because this morning I thought I knew exactly what I was going to talk about. I had gotten an email from a client last night, and it really touched me, the email, because I saw the words and the fear in this particular woman, and they really rang true to something that I had experienced years and years ago. And so I'll get into that in a second, like kind of what was in that, but it really rang true. And so this morning I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to talk about. This is where my energy is. This is where I'm feeling drawn. And then actually while I was making my coffee, I got a WhatsApp message about, I have a right to know about you. This person was like, hi. And we're friends on Instagram. So I have a right to know things about you. So you better give this information to me. And I was like, what? And then I had amongst the email I saw last night from a client, I also had a message from somebody telling me what they deserve in their relationship. Well, I deserve for her to do this for me and to me and with me. And they were just going on and on about what they deserve from somebody else. And so then I went, okay, now I'm a little bit in. I've got like this ego piece of me coming up and going like, no, you don't. You don't deserve anything. And also just noting the ego. And so this message last night too, the one that I was feeling really drawn to talk about, at the end of the day was ego too. And this particular email was about this woman asked me not to give up on her. Not to give up on her. She said, please don't give up on me. Please don't give up on me. And I went, I feel that. I feel that fear of, I don't want you to give up on me. I feel that within me. I really feel it. And I feel it because I was there at one point. I actually ended up sending, I did some coaching and ended up sending her article I written last year, the year before, because I had been pulling through emails of years ago. I had to find something, and I just happened upon all these messages that I was going through with my coach and even my therapist at the time. And so I was pulling through messages that are like 15, some of them were like 15 years old. And so I was pulling through messages, and I noted this, please don't give up on me. Please don't give up on me. And then I noted with my coach being like, hey, like, please don't give up on me. And her going, I'm not going to give up on you. I refuse to give up on you. You might give up on yourself, but I refuse to give up on you. And that is actually the sensation that came up in my body. That is the message that came up was, I'm here. I'm standing strong. I'm not going to give up on you. But my question is, are you giving up on yourself? And that goes out to everybody, because I think we all have these moments when we're in this fear and transition, and ego, because it is ego. When we are going, please don't give up on me, please don't give up on me, that is our egos. It's an introverted ego. It is us screaming for help. But it is fear. It is fear, and our fear comes from our ego. Our fear comes from our ego. Unless something is actually attacking you, that is ego. It is ego. And we can love that element of ego. We can love this element of ego and go, okay, I see that. I see that that is my insecurity. I see that that is my fear that isn't really grounded and rooted. But at the end of the day, it still is ego. But my question to this woman, and my question to you guys, is if you note yourself going, please don't give up on me. And this could be in relationship. This could be in any relationship. You're coaching a relationship. This could be an intimate partner. But if you note going, please don't give up on me, I want you to stop and ask yourself, ask your soul, are you giving up on yourself? Are you giving up on yourself? Because we so often give up on ourselves. And in truth, it doesn't matter if somebody else gives up on us. At the end of the day, we are our own person. We are the only person walking this journey with us consistently. No one else will walk our entire journey with us. It's not possible. We walk our journeys alone. Now, we might have friends and lovers and connections along the way. We might have somebody who walks a majority of our journey with us. But at the end of the day, it comes back to, are we giving up on ourselves? And I hear this statement all the time, like, he gave up on me, she gave up on me. And in truth, first of all, it is, are you giving up on yourself? But then oftentimes we look at people giving up on us when they might cause a disconnection, where they choose to disconnect. Somebody is trying to call me middle of my live stream. They might be disconnecting, and we think that that is them giving up on us. And I can't speak for everybody, but I know there are people in my life that I have disconnected from, that I am no longer in relationship at the same level with. And that doesn't mean I gave up on them. That may have been that I didn't see the connection growing them or growing me, but that's not a giving up. That's not a giving up energy. This is not growing either of us. It's not saying that I'm giving up on you. I don't think that you can change. I don't think you can grow. I don't think you can ever be the person you desire to be. It is I'm going to pull back because I need to go do me. It has nothing to do with giving up. I personally, and again, this is a personal feel, it is incredibly rare. I don't give up on souls. I just don't give up on people's souls. I believe that we all have the ability to change. We all have the ability to transform. We all have that within us. And it is possible. The thing is, that's not saying that I might give up on me trying to help somebody, because I might not feel like it is aligned. I might feel like they're not getting it, and that's okay. Maybe they'll get it down the road. Maybe I'm not the right person for them. And that could be in an intimate relationship. That could be in a friendship. That could be in a coaching relationship. All the time I go, I am no longer the person for you. You really need to go over here. You really need to go over here because this isn't working. That doesn't mean that I've given up on somebody. And so it was interesting to kind of thinking on that giving up energy, because a lot of times we blame other people for giving up on us when maybe they didn't give up on us. Maybe that is our egos telling us or wanting to validate to us that they gave up on us, when in truth they never did. They didn't give up on us. But I know for me, it's incredibly rare that I give up on somebody, even in that sense of like disconnecting, because I do believe that it takes a time, it takes a process. But I want you to really look at, are you giving up on yourself in any area. We are almost at February 1st. We're a month in, and I can tell you that it has been a crazy, crazy month for so many people. The first month of 2020 has felt like it has been an entire year for, I know, a lot of people. I know for me, I look through the month and I go, oh my goodness, it has been a month. Like, so much has happened in this last month. And I know that there's a lot of people who are falling off of New Year's resolutions and goals and dreams and desires that they had, or they're getting frustrated. They're like, I'm not getting to where I want to be in this. And they start giving up on themselves. And what we end up doing is, when we jump into that ego, when we jump into the giving up on self, we look outward and we go, you're giving up on me. You're giving up on me. And we start blaming, and we start pointing fingers, and then we're really in our ego. And then we get into this other ego that I was talking about earlier, about like, I deserve, or you owe me, or I have the right. I hear those words all the time. I have the right to know this, or I have the right. And I'm like, no, you really don't. You don't. We oftentimes think we have the right to things we don't have the right to. We think we that is a way for us to control others. We have a right to our safety. We have a right to connect with ourselves. We have a right to direct our own lives. So if you're in slavery or metaphorical slavery, then that's different, but you have a right to direct your life. You don't have the right to control anybody else, and you don't deserve anything. And this is one that I keep hearing over and over again, and it kind of goes to oftentimes when we say I have the right, it's I deserve. That is what the true message is I deserve. And we don't. We oftentimes think we deserve things in our world, and we deserve things from others. When we get into this deserving ego state, it's like, they owe me. And nobody owes anybody. And this is a hard one for a lot of people to really grasp, that we deserve exactly what we're getting. If you look at a soul level, if you look at a manifestation level, I truly do believe, and it's not just like a belief of mine, it's a belief that comes with much education and reading. We deserve what we're manifesting in our world. We create our own world. We create our reality. We create what we're pulling in. And we might not consciously recognize it, but we deserve everything we're getting, even the hard things. We deserve them, unfortunately. I know that's a hard one to hear. I know that's like, I don't want to deserve this illness. I don't want to deserve this. And that's not to say that you necessarily did anything wrong or you're being punished. It's saying, like, it's here for a reason. And when we get into deserving with others, going, they owe me. They owe me an answer to my text message. They owe me they owe me their time, their attention, their affection. In truth, they don't. Now, on that other flip side, when we are in relationship, we deserve to be able to make our own choice in getting out of that relationship. So you can owe yourself things. You can go, I owe myself to be happy, to be in a relationship that I feel is fluid and flowy, and there's a giving and a receiving. Well, then that is your responsibility to step up and make a change and maybe get out of the relationship or have a hard conversation or go find that need, that desire someplace else. But nobody else owes you anything. Unfortunately, I hear this a lot with people coming to me, men particularly, going, well, we're married. I deserve sex. And I go, you do deserve pleasure. You do deserve sex. Like, you do. Like, that is a human Like, you have the right to your pleasure. You have a right to feel your body. But you do not have a right to demand that from anybody else. You don't deserve, no one else owes you that. When we say deserve, it's an owing energy. Nobody else owes you sex. I get this in people will be like, well, I deserve to be responded to in, 3 hours for my text message. And I'm like, no, you don't. You don't. This is all ego. All of these pieces are ego, and they're different aspects of our ego, but they're all ego. And so when we hear these things in our heads come up, because in truth, we all have these moments where like, well, I deserve this. Like, I deserve for this person to do that, or I have a right. If you hear I have a right, or I deserve, or they've given up on me. They've given up on me. If those thoughts come up in your head, I want you to stop and I want you to go, oh wow, that's ego. That's ego. Is that true? Do they really owe me? Do I really deserve something? Am I pointing the fingers out at other people right now? Am I going, you? Am I entering a blame game? Am I mirroring? Am I going, I want to give up on self, and so this other person is going to give up on me. This other person is going to give up on me. Because that is a mirroring effect. I remember writing emails and going, please don't give up on me. Please don't give up on me. And I was scared I was going to give up on myself. And that's really where I came into. And that was my ego. That was my ego at that point in my life. I was very concerned that somebody was going to give up on me. And it was all ego. And we can love our egos. We can see these pieces that go, I have a right, I deserve, I'm owed. Don't give up on me, that insecurity. We can see all that and love it and go, okay, I see that. I see that. That's a piece of me. That's my insecurity. That's my wounding. That's where I'm still healing. That's where I'm still growing. And that's amazing, and that makes me human. That makes me human. That makes me the person who is growing and expanding and recognizing where they still have their growth to do. So, go do your work. Recognize your ego. Nobody else can give up on you. You can only give up on you. So, on another note, if you are in the DFW area, I have a white puja coming up. I have a lover's toga party, which this is actually the first time I think I'm mentioning it even. I have a lover's toga party. It's just going to be fun. It is a couple days before Valentine's Day. We're going to get dressed up in togas. It is a couples only event because we're going to do lots of fun, playful things. We're going to dress up in our togas. We're going to play some games. We're going to play some connection. It's also a growth party. So we're going to do some connective exercises, some intimacy exercises with partners. But at the end of the day, we're going to fight for our gods or goddesses. We're going to really win our women. We're going to really worship our men. It's just going to be fun and playful. And a great way to connect before Valentine's Day and do so in a playful, fun, but yet educational, like learning, expanding, connecting kind of manner. So you can join me in Plano for that. You must pre-register. That is not a drop-in event. So you can find that at addisonbell.net. Other than that, I think that's all I want to announce. I have a ladies intensive, online intensive coming out in the next week. So please keep an eye out for that. It's called Appetites. And so please keep an eye out for that. If you are a woman and you want to step into your desires, and the appetites and hungers that we each have. So again, keep an eye out for that. Other than that, you can find me, my coaching, one-on-one, online, all of the above at addisonbell.net. Please like, share, comment. I love to hear your feedback on these videos and help me get my message out there. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Bye.